What is up, everybody? Nathan Brooks back with another video. Nate B Aquatics, or Fish Daddy, whatever whatever you call me. This is probably one of the harder videos that I've ever had to make for multiple reasons. I'm not going to get into a lot of it, but I've had some changes with some stuff in life, and not going to get into one aspect, but life is pretty different now for me, which is fine. I'm okay. I know that probably sounds weird for me not to get into it and act like, but for those of you who know me personally that do watch my page, y'all know. For those of you who don't, I promise I'm fine. Everything is okay. I haven't been on here as much because I've just been dealing with different things. And I know that I've said multiple times I'm going to start posting more. I'm going to get back into this. Well, now is the perfect opportunity to be able to do that and fulfill my dream long term of what I'm trying to do for fish and skateboarding. So I am, it's been an interesting month. For different reasons. Something that I never thought was going to happen. But that's okay, Anyway, another reason that this video is really hard, and it to a point it's probably interesting just to think because of how well I am taking it. But like I said, I'm processed the one thing for about a month, and then what I'm about to go into, I have made a video about it. Brutus died, so that's a big blow to my fish keeping. That was a hard one to take. That was a hard thing to see. I woke up, I started seeing Brutus was acting different. I was going to clean his tank, which is what I'm about to do, even though he's dead. He died about 2 weeks ago, I want to say. I appreciate everyone who has reached out to me that does know about him dying. I had Brutus for December 20th would have made a year of me having him, which he was a very small tiger fish, and that's another thing I want to kind of get into. Mind shift change for getting certain fish that might not, because there's certain fish that I want to keep in fish keeping, but some of the things I have a feeling that might have happened, I kind of want to step back from that and do some different projects and really maybe just get those types of fish whenever I have a legit setup that can house those long term instead of keeping on having to move them. My big thing is, I get fish small, grow them out, and try to sell them. Well, to be honest with Brutus, that was not my goal. My goal was to let him grow, keep on upgrading the tank, but I don't know exactly what happened to Brutus. I don't know if I fed him a fish that was actually sick and just didn't realize it, but he started acting a little weird. He would eat, but he wouldn't, in the videos, he goes right to the fish. He'd let him stay in there for a while before he'd ever eat them. That's why I kind of stopped posting feeding videos, because he wasn't the same Brutus. So he ended up dying. I don't know if, unfortunately, where he never grew that much, I don't know if he got stunted, kind of like a goldfish would if he's in too small of an environment. I thought in his tank that he would be able to grow some more, and I would move him up to his next setup whenever he needed it. That was my plan, and I was going to keep on doing that. I don't know if he got stunted. I don't know if I fed him a sick fish unintentionally. I don't know if he was just stressed out and just died. His death was unexpected. So from here on out, I am probably going to start doing some things different. I have plans for this fish tank. And I'm sorry, it seems like I'm just kind of like all over the place right now. It's just because I don't plan my videos. I just kind of talk. I'm going to start making more videos, more content. Now that I've processed everything that has went on in my life for the past month, which I promise I'm okay, and you can only get stronger. The things that have happened to me has happened to everybody. It's just, it happens. So, you just got to take each day, go get after it, go to work, come home, do your thing, and just do the best you can. Then Brutus dies, the same thing. Just got to go to work, come home, take care of the fish and skate and all that. So I'm going to start getting back into this heavy and all that good stuff. So we're going to clean this tank. I haven't talked about it, but I have a lot of fish over in the other part of the house that are going to go into this tank. And I need to go actually buy another fish that is going to go in this tank with them. So this is going to start, instead of a Brutus showroom tank. And everybody loves Brutus. I appreciate that. I'm going to keep on posting his old feeding videos. Y'all love them. So there is going to be a shift in some content. Having Brutus, I was always able to have something to post. That is not the case anymore. So we're going to clean this tank, fill it back up, put these fish over in here in this video, and then there will probably be another video of getting the other fish that I want to throw in here with the other guys too. So I think the water quality is actually fine, but since Brutus died and it was unexpected, I'm going to clean this tank anyway. The little sturgeon catfish, he's still living, so I don't really think it's water quality, but we're going to change it anyway, and then we're going to get those other guys over here. So I appreciate all the support on the video. I appreciate all of you guys supporting about Brutus that has reached out to me. And for those of you who didn't realize that because y'all didn't see the short video I posted, that's okay. But now y'all know Brutus did die, unfortunately. We will get another Brutus Jr. one day, but that is probably going to be very far into the future. They are very expensive fish just to have them in the same environment and then die a year later anyway. I really thought that I was going to have Brutus his whole life, so that is unfortunate, but it's just a part of fish keeping. You could throw anything in this tank, something that could live in this tank legit its whole life, and then it dies tomorrow. It's just a part of it. Very fortunate fish keepers out there that get to keep a fish for its whole life, and I hope that that happens to me one day. We'll see. So I appreciate all that you guys have supported on the page, and let's get it. I'm sorry I talked forever, but let's get into this video. And just to clarify about the Bronco hat to match the Bronco outside, got a shirt, love it, it looks amazing. Anyway, so guys, just to be honest, fish keeping and skateboarding is my whole life. That is what skateboarding has been my life for years. On and off since I was a kid, since I was 7 years old. Fish keeping has been a big part of my life since the summer of 2021. I've had fish, betta fish growing up here and there, but, as far as legit fish keeping, like this is what I do since 2021 in the summer. But going back before I talked about Brutus' death, I know that was probably kind of vague. I'm okay. It's just a part of life that everybody goes through. Some things you think that you're going to have forever. Life has other plans, so you just kind of have to roll with the punches. I'm okay. I live every day like nothing happened. It's just a situation. Everybody goes through it, but I can't talk about it. It's just one of those things. I'm perfectly fine. Nothing to worry about. This is just, unfortunate things that every young person and older people go through. You think that you'll have specific things your whole life, and then something goes wrong, and that's not the case anymore, and you just kind of have to pick up the pieces and pick up yourself and keep running with it. So this is the time for me to just get back into everything that I love to do fully and just see where that takes me. And, one thing that I wanted to be able to do is just be honest with everybody. whether it's on my skate page or my fish page, like on here, is just to, you know, be me. And that's always what I've done, is just be myself. And I appreciate you guys supporting the page while I've done that. That's what I'm going to continue to do. And yeah, so that's the good thing about the two lifestyles that I'm in, is you can be yourself, and it really doesn't matter what other people think, because if you're going to be into fish keeping and skateboarding, in my opinion, it's kind of a different lifestyle, and that kind of is able to help you be who you are. So this is just the time in life to get back into my hobbies and dreams and passions the best I can, and maybe learn some other stuff, and just, you know, be better just in everything. But anyway, let's get back into it and start cleaning this tank. And of course, this is the first time I've been doing this since Brutus died and the other thing happened to me. So I really hate Brutus died, but I hate to even say this because it just sounds terrible, but Brutus dying kind of gives me some room to do some other stuff that I want to do. I did not, you know, I was never holding that. I never really thought about it like that until the other day, but Brutus dying does kind of open up some stuff. I never wanted him to die, and I still wish that he was here, because I know y'all loved him too. Him dying gives me opportunities to open up tanks in my other part of the house, put some cool fish over in here that can actually live together, and do some more projects that I want to do over in the other part of the house. Possibly make some money, get that going, and being able to start maybe selling some more fish. So we'll see if that goes, and hopefully that's the case. And I hate to do this, but this video probably is going to be more talking than anything. It's just part of life, what goes on. And the only thing that you can do is just keep moving forward, being the best person that you can be, learning from things. And, you know, I want to take this time to be a better fish keeper. I know that probably sounds terrible, but, you know, taking a look back at the past few months, I've really seen like where I've slacked and where I could be better fish keeping, and just do a better thing with that. And not let anything stop me or hold me back from achieving what I want in life. And I wasn't doing that, and if I did, it was unintentional. But yeah, so going forward with Brutus' death and all that, just be a better fish keeper. Just because I want to fish now does not mean that I need them now. Do whatever I can with the stuff that I have, and just do the projects that I want to do. And then whenever that time opens up for a better opportunity, that'll be great. I feel like now, after Brutus dying, that's made me open my eyes to only getting a fish like that whenever I can actually take care of him for his whole life. So, or midway through, and then get what he needs for the rest. So, yeah, so this will actually open up some cool stuff for me that y'all are going to see. And some stuff I'm already doing with the breeding and stuff like that. I've got a ton of platy and, yeah, platy babies and all that stuff. So if y'all want them, just DM or message me on one of my social medias and we can figure something out. And just to clarify too, the other thing that I've been talking about that happened to me about a month ago was for the best. I found out a lot of stuff in a specific thing, and what happened to me was for the best. It's kind of that kind of stuff is always hard. Just what I'm talking about for anybody, but what happened was for the best, and that'll help me be a better person moving forward. what happened has nothing to do with me. But yeah, and that probably doesn't make sense, but it's just for the best, and I'm okay. All you can do is take every day as you can, and everything will be all right. And this stuff kind of opens up more opportunities for me between both situations. I don't even remember what I was going to say, but this gives me the opportunity to move forward, do more stuff with fish keeping. With Brutus not being here, which was totally, I never thought was going to happen. I thought that I was going to have him his whole life, and probably repeating some stuff that I've already talked about. But for any fish keeper, that it's just a part of it, and it stinks. It's terrible, especially whenever you remember the day you get them. Setting up this tank for him, I bought this tank specifically for that, or set it up specifically for him when he was over in the other part of the house in that small tank. But I'm just glad that I got to keep Brutus and got to post him a lot, and y'all got to enjoy his videos. Yeah, so it was just a cool experience all around to have him. So, and one thing that I like to look back on is just seeing how my fish keeping and stuff has changed. So I used to have stuff in legit bowls, and then it went to bigger tanks. Then it went to lizards, which lizards are not my thing. I might get back into that one day. I don't know. But as of right now, lizards are still not my thing. So I went back to just fish. Went back to some killer fish. Now it went back to community with some killer fish, breeding. So now we're kind of into that. Now it's kind of the shift. Only really get fish that you can really house, because after Brutus dying, it's just kind of like, that wasn't worth it. I love having him, and I loved having him, and I still do, and I don't regret it at all, but not being able to move him somewhere where he actually needs to be, that wasn't fair. And of course, I never thought that was going to be the case. I thought as he grew that I was going to be able to move him from tank to tank, and that probably wasn't the smartest, but that was still the plan. He ended up dying before that could even take place. But, it just kind of was an eye-opener. As much as I do want certain types of fish, just maybe I should just hang on, even if I do have to wait for a while. The wait is definitely worth the reward, in my opinion. I am a firm believer in that. So we'll just stay tuned and see what we can do, and just make do with what we got. Do some really cool projects with what we have, and be able to possibly make some cash, and keep that dream going strong, to see if that could ever potentially go into something even bigger, or have my own little company or something like that, to where I could do that kind of stuff for a living, or just on the side or whatever. And of course, putting the good stuff back in the tank, the stress zyme to put the beneficial bacteria we just took out. They got a stress barrier, which also conditions the water, so it takes the chlorine and stuff out of it. So we'll be putting that in the buckets, and being able to do that, get this tank going, and we're going to put those fish that we've been talking about over in the tank. So now we are on the way to Walmart, because I'm going to get a aquarium cleaner brush just specifically for this tank. Get some more stuff for next time I clean the tank, just to ensure that I have enough for water changes. Had some platies unfortunately die over the past month. I think they were just old, and they had been giving birth a lot, so that's probably really hard on them. Had one that looked sick, so I just don't want to use that stuff over in this tank, of course. So we'll get some new stuff, and hopefully that'll do good for all the stuff I want to do. And with Brutus dying, and then the other thing I've been dealing with, I'm fine. I hate Brutus died. I hate what happened in both aspects. But, over the past month, I've still been doing good. And for those of you who know me personally, I'm doing good. No need to worry. Life just happens, and, certain things stink. But it's just a part of things that everybody goes through, with animals dying, pets dying. It's just stuff happening in your everyday life that everybody goes through at least one time or another. And, stuff happens, but I'm doing good. The past month has still been good, even though particular hardships. So You know, it's just one of them things where you just get better every day and just keep on improving yourself and just showing up for yourself every day. So that's all it takes, and that's a good thing. And all you can do is just get stronger every day. All right, guys, so we just got back from Walmart. Got a pretty cool, they didn't have the one that I usually buy, so I actually got a 5-in-1 thing. It's got a glass scraper, tank wall brush, fishnet, gravel rake, and a planting tool. So I don't really know how much of that I'm actually going to use, but we'll see. So that's pretty cool. So we'll use that. Got some cichlid pellets. Got some tropical flakes for the fish that's going to be going in, or some tropical flakes for some of the other fish over in the house. Going to have to get some catfish pellets from the pet store that I usually go to when I go. Oh wait, no, I already got some of them, I'm pretty sure. So I got some more of the stress barrier. They didn't have no stress on, but I still got quite a bit of that. So we're good to go. Now let's get these buckets in the tank. We'll need a little more. All right, so let's open this thing up. Okay. All right. Got the different stuff. Got the scraper, planter, the net. All right. Let's see. Glass scraper. The question is, how does this thing work? Okay. Okay. That's cool. All right, so now we got the brush on here. I like the brush better, for sure. All right, so let's get the last bucket in here, and then we're gonna get to the fish in here. All right, guys, so I don't really know how well y'all can see them, but we got some catfish in here, some suncats, a pictus, a couple Raphael, spotted Raphael right there. We got an Oscar in there. So I want to get another Oscar for this tank. I had an albino when that unfortunately passed away. So we're going to get a albino tiger Oscar to go with our actual tiger Oscar as well. So let's get these guys in the tank. All right, guys, got all the fish in the tank. It looks great. One day I'm going to replant this thing soon when that time comes. Gonna let these guys get used to it. Gonna cut the lights, let them have their night, let it be all dark in here so they won't be as stressed in a new environment. They're doing really good, it seems, so I'll keep y'all updated on the tank and everything. So I appreciate all the support on the video and hope y'all liked it.